Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Alonge, and welcome to our seventh interview. Today's topic is customer retention and what is their true value. Brought to you by WeTeamUp. My guest today is the one and only Rob Nazzal. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Nick, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Well, I know you very well. We've had a good relationship for many years, but some of the new people out here might not know about you. Can you give me a short little synopsis of who you are and what you do?
Sure. I started out in software technology and stumbled into the dental business, making an intraoral scanner called a company called Brontis Technologies, and then became the co-founder with Bob Cohen of a company called CAP, which provided digital solutions for dental laboratories.
Hmm.
And we proudly became part of Henry Schein and Zahn back in 2016.
And that's when Sierra started working with you guys really close.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Sierra was a really important part of the Zahn cap solution for milling solutions.
oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I'm part of it now, and I really get to see how involved we are. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it was great working with you at CAP, and it's so cool to see you part of a great company like Sierra.
oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let's go a little bit deeper. In your experience, I got a couple questions for you. What have you observed that has had the largest impact in our industry in dental?
Well, I mean, I feel like I was lucky to get into dental business during this digital revolution. I think digital intraoral scanning was a big shift, but probably the faster shift that I personally experienced was the transition of digital manufacturing for dental laboratories. Labs just embraced it like crazy, and it was a really fun time. I mean, now I would venture to say the vast majority of crowns are made with some form of a digital fabrication today, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I see that too. I don't see too many people pouring up models, then waxing, then investing, then devesting, then opaquing, and like those are steps. That's like what, 5 copies before you even get started on the restoration.
Yeah,
So
I mean the difference from 10 years ago even is just it's huge.
yeah, for sure. Now, I hear you've been working on something over the past decade about. Um, would you like to elaborate on that and expound on what that particular item can do?
Yeah, it's been sort of an idea that's been in my mind for a very long time. This idea of, I've always been a data geek and love analyzing data and understanding how to use it to, uh, efficiently grow. And I've been doing this for a long time, using some very, manual techniques.
Hmm.
Um, but I had this dream of building a tool that helps business, and frankly, I wish I had this when we were building CAP to help me know when to have the right conversation with the right customer at the right time to understand, where are they in their journey, what's the right topic to bring up right now, are they do we need to have a recovery or retention conversation, is there an opportunity to maybe talk about getting involved in new products, and this is something I think is the way that systems should work today, but I just couldn't find anything like that, so I decided to build
That's awesome, though. Like if there's something missing in our industry, and bam, you got it.
it. Yeah, sometimes I can't help myself, especially if it comes to something like this. I get pretty excited. So
Well, I'm
uh,
excited to see
it's a
this
lot
because
of fun.
in our cap days, we had a lot of cool features that I know we had, which was great. So I can't wait to see what the
Yeah,
evolve
you get to see.
of this is going to be.
Yeah. I've always been interested in data and the transparency that it brings. So yeah, I think this is. I'm having a lot of fun building this company right now.
Awesome. Well, do you have something that you could share with us?
Yeah, I have a demo. Let me share my screen. I can show you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So the main idea is that we spend a lot of time and money acquiring new customers, and so the idea behind icortica, especially as a business grows, when you get over, say, 50, over, maybe to 100 customers, all those things that you know about your customers in your brain, they become a little bit harder to kind of keep track of, what's involved with a particular customer. Are they buying in all the categories they could be buying in? Are they maybe slipping away from you? And that this system, icortica, is designed to help you keep track of that. So um, this is maybe I can just show you a little tool I built to help people see what the impact of growing your improving your retention and your what we call share of wallet is on a business. So if
Okay.
you're adding, say 20 customers a quarter into your business, but your retention rate's 85% per quarter, it means you're kind of losing a bunch of customers as you add them. It's kind of like a leaky bucket. So if you can improve your retention rate just by like 5%, say, you can make a big impact on your revenue growth just by taking a few steps to retain those customers. And then if you can, on top of that, improve your share of wallet. So share of wallet just refers to, you have customers who are spending money in multiple categories. How many of those categories are those customers buying from you? And so if you can improve that by a small percentage, you can have a very big impact on your revenue growth, because now you're keeping more of your customers, and then you're selling more to those customers. And that's really the best way to get the most out of that investment you've made in your customer acquisition. So that's the main reason behind a system like icortica, is to, it's easiest to continue doing business with your own customers and to do more business with your own customers than it is to acquire a new customer. So acquisition is still important, but oftentimes this part of the formula gets ignored. And I built this so that people can really see what a huge impact it can have.
Yeah,
So
that's spectacular. Is that the reason? So back in the day, our support had a wall that we wanted to stay at 98%. That follows that demographic, right?
yeah, that wall that metric is a customer satisfaction metric, which typically translates to retention.
Okay.
And that's exactly why. Well, there are a number of reasons. Focusing on retention is also good for customer acquisition, because if you're doing a good job with keeping the customers happy, they'll talk about you and refer other business to you. It's almost like a marketing investment, to be honest.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's a very virtuous cycle of good things that happen when you focus that way. But yeah, so then the question is, well, when I look at all my customers, and I have a huge amount of data, say for the last several years, with a bunch of customers doing business with me in different ways, how do I know what's going on with those customers, and what conversations could I have with them? So,
Okay.
I always dreamt of this prioritized list of customers, and what are my opportunities with them, and I can just go down this list and see what conversations I could be having with each of them. So this customer, icortica, is recommending that we have a cross-sell conversation with them. It's a healthy customer. So in a few seconds, I can get a picture of what's going on with this customer. I can see that I was doing business with them. I had lost them at one point, and they came back. So that's what a recovered customer is. They're currently in a state called healthy, which means they're buying at a normal level. And I can see how long I've been doing business with them, and what the recent business looks like with them. I can also, maybe look at a sales chart, just to kind of get an idea of what's going on historically. And I have this recommendation that I could broach this conversation with the customer. So this idea is, rather than having to do a 20-minute prep work to try to prepare for a conversation with a customer, you may not know. They may be calling you, and you want to be prepared to have a thoughtful
Yeah.
conversation with them. So this is one tool that we have that helps you do that, and kind of helping you improve that share of wallet. In some cases, you might notice that this customer's yellow, indicating that they're shrinking, and so this is something that could be of concern, and you would have maybe a more of a recovery conversation with them. So it's really helping you quickly see what's going on, and knowing what's the right context for this conversation.
Okay. What software would this plug in with to get most of this data from?
Oh, so actually, it's a good question. I should have brought that up. So yeah, so icortica will pull data from your sales or order management system. So we connect to e-commerce systems, QuickBooks, and in the dental industry, we connect to Magic Touch. So
Got it.
we can pull the data from Magic Touch, and we can push marketing campaigns to a system called MailChimp, which is an email campaign system. So yeah, the integrations are a really important part of this system.
And this is relatively turnkey, ready to go, right?
It's, I would say, for the most part, it's set up pretty well for the dental industry. It applies to other industries, but there is a bit of work for the setup that I go through with each of the businesses to understand what are your goals, what are some of the opportunities that make sense, and we kind of like really dig in on the business with you, and then help you get the most out of the system. So but once we get that off the ground, it just kind of keeps doing its thing. It's the beauty of automation.
Well, that's really cool. What we're going to do is, after we're done with the interview, I'm going to gather your card. I'm going to put it on the very end of this video, and
Cool.
they'll be able to reach out to you. Email's preferable, right?
Yeah, email's good. You can also come to the website. There's a little icon where you can chat with me at icortica.com. So, and yeah, I mean, if it's about this or anything else that people want to talk about with analytics, I'm always up for a conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome. So thank you for joining me, but I've got one last question. What is your favorite color and why?
Well, blue is my favorite color. I'm not sure why. I think it's probably because the sky is blue, but I'm not really sure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today, Rob. I'm going to post up everything that people can get a hold of you. Please stay healthy, stay happy, and we'll see you again. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I'm Nick Alonge from WeTeamUp.